Inverse variation involves the increase in one quantity when the other decreases and vice versa. It's as simple as that. Let's take some examples. The first question says, if D varies inversely as T, write a relationship, write an expression using this symbol, to show a relationship between D and T. It's as simple as this. D is inversely varied as T, so D will be equal to K times T, K times 1 over T. So D will be equal to K over T. Number 2 says, a piece of string is cut into n pieces of equal length L. A does what? Does n vary directly or inversely as L? Definitely, n varies inversely as L. N varies inversely as L because the higher is like a fish now. If you have a fish, if you cut it into two, the two pieces are bigger. If you cut it into 4, you get smaller pieces. If you cut it into 8, you get much smaller pieces. So the smaller the number of pieces you cut it into, the smaller the size of each piece. You understand? So n number of pieces will be inversely varies as the length of each piece. Second question in number 2 says that you should use the symbol alpha to show a connection between n and L. I think what they want us to do there is to write this in words. N varies inversely. N varies inversely as what? L. Then in B, n varies inversely as L, or n is K over L. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're allowed to talk. Number 3, it says a rectangle has a constant area A. A rectangle has a constant area A. Its length is L and its breadth is what? B. Let's assume this is the rectangle. Constant area means the area is what? A. Length is L, breadth is B. Question says, write a formula for L in terms of A and B. The area of a rectangle, that's question A. The area of a rectangle is length times breadth, Abby? No.
Yes.
Length times breadth is area. It says we should write a formula for L in terms of A and B. Length will be area over breadth. Exactly.
Yeah.
Next question says you should write down a formula for B in terms of A and L. LB is equal to A. B will be A over L. Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
C, does L vary inversely or directly with B? L varies inversely. With what? With B. Do you understand?
Yes.
L varies inversely with B. Number 4. L varies inversely with B because of the position of the constant. The constant is on top of B, and L is equal to A over B. So this means inverse variation. This represents an inverse variation. Exactly.
Yeah.
In number 4, if X is directly proportional, if X varies inversely as Y, X varies inversely as Y, and X is 22. X is 22 when Y is 3. This is one set of value. Find the relationship between X and Y. It's very simple. Solution.
Yeah.
That X varies inversely as Y, we can change it to X is equal to K times 1 over Y, and it will change to X is equal to K over Y. You know that?
Yes.
This will give you, 22. So if you put this set of values we have been given, that will give you 22 is equal to K over 3. Abby? If I cross multiply 1 times K, 3 times 22, 66. That will bring my relationship. This is my relationship. X is K over Y. But now that I know that K is 66, My
Yes.
relationship will be x is k over y, and I will put the value of k. X is 66 over y. Do you understand? This
Yes.
is my relationship between x and y.
Yes,
The
sir.
question now says, okay, that's the end of number 4. Let's go to number 5. In question 5, it says, if m varies inversely as n,
Yes.
and m is 70, m is 70 when n is 100. M is 70 when n is 100. What does this tell you? First question, you are asked to find the formula connecting m and n. Formula connecting m and n. Do you understand?
Yes.
Formula connecting m and n is the same thing as the relationship between m and n. So don't let that confuse you. M varies inversely as n. M will be equal to k times 1 over n. So m is what? M is what? K over n. You understand?
Yes.
But m is 70 when n is what?
Q.
100. Do you understand?
Yes.
The question says that a set of value is given, and that set of value is what we use to find our k. The set of value says m is 70 when n is 100. So you cross multiply here. What will you get? K times 1, k. 70 times 100.
700.
7,000.
7,000.
Exactly. So you go back to your relationship. Therefore, your relationship, instead of writing m is k over n, your relationship will become m is equal to 7,000 over n. This is your relationship. Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Let me circle it with a box. Then that ends number 6. Number 7 now. Number 7. Number 7. If t varies inversely as s, and t is equal to 2 when s is equal to what? 60. T is equal to 2 when s is equal to 60. Question A says you should find the relationship between t and s. First thing, change this one from proportionality. I want to shorten my steps now. From proportionality, I will change it to an equation. T is equal to k over s. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
T is 2 when s is 60. What will that give you if you cross multiply?
That is B1
K will be 120. Therefore, your relationship is
120
t is equal to 120 over s. That's my relationship. Let me circle it with a yellow box. So B says, question B says that find the value of t when s is 90. T question mark s 90. Go back to your relationship. T is 120 over s, Abby.
Yeah.
So t will be 120 over 90 because here we have s as 90. Exactly.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That gives you t is 4 over 3. Do you understand?
Yes.
1393, 13124. Then C says we should find the value of s when t is 2.5. Find s when t is 2.5. Do you understand?
Yeah.
First thing is to write down your relationship. T is 120 over s, Abby.
Yes.
So 2.5 is 120. 2.5 is 120 over s. 2.5 is 5 over 2. That means 5 over 2 is 120 over s. You now cross multiply. What will you get? That's what number? Number 7. Continued. What will you get? 5 over 2 is 120 over s.
Then you cross
You
multiply.
cross multiply. 5s is 240. Ready?
Yes, sir.
S is 240 over 5. S is what? 48. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That ends number 7. Question 8 says, If R is directly proportional, it's inversely proportional to H. If R is inversely proportional to H,
Yes.
and R is what?
5
R
when
is
H is
5.
12.
When H is 12. Do you understand? I'll change it to an equation. R is K over H, have you?
Yes.
R will be K times 1 over H, and that will give you K over H. So 5, therefore, since R is 5 when H is 2, 5 will be equal to K over 2. If you cross multiply, 1 times K will give you K. 2 times 5 will give you 10. So your relationship will come to what?
The relationship will 10.
R is equal to 10
10
over H. Over H.
Yes, sir.
That will be your relationship. Let me circle it. I'll box it in green. Now, that's question 8A. 8B says what? That we should find R when H is 20. Find R, question mark, when H is what? 20. Go back to your relationship. R is 10 over H.
Yes, sir.
That means R will be 10 over 20, and R will be 1 over 2. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
R will be 1 over 2. Now 8C says what? What a question.
There's
8C
no
say.
8. There's no 8C.
Okay, no 8C. Let's go to number 9. Let's go to question 9. What does it say?
C
Is inversely proportional to D. And T is 0.15. T is 0.15 when D is what?
D is equal to 120.
When D is 120. Let me divide my page straight here. Never mind. Trying to make it straight. So for our relationship, T will be K times 1 over D, have you?
Yes.
From here, K will become K times 1 over D, because we want to change this proportionality to an equation. So we introduce an equality sign and introduce a constant. That will give you what? T is equal to K over D. Now if you put values, that means 0.15 will be K over 120. If you cross multiply, 1 times K will give you K. This will give you 0.15 times 120. What's your K now? 15 times 12, that's 180.
Yes.
18. Just do 15 times 120, that's 1,800. You understand? Put 2 decimals in your answer. 18. So K is what? 18. That means our relationship, let me write it in full this time. Our relationship will be what? T is 18 over D. Do you understand what I'm writing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
T is 18 over D is my relationship. So I can go back now. What's the next question? B?
Find H when B.
No, find T when D is 45. Question A. Find T, question mark, when D is what? 45. Write your relationship out first. T is 18 over D. So that means T will be 18 over 45. T will be 2 over 5. 9 and 18, 2. 9 and 45, 5. 9 and 18, 2. 9 and 45, 5. We don't cancel what we write in math. So you can clean that off. Then question B, what does it say?
Question B says find D when T is equals to 0.12.
0.12, say 0.12. You finding D when T is 0.12. First thing, write your relationship. T is 18 over D, Abby?
Yeah.
0.12 is 18 over D. You now cross multiply. 0.12 times D will give you 0.12 D. 1 times 18, 18. D will be 18 over 0.12. You press your calculator, you get the value of D. You are going to do that yourself. Question 10 now. Let's go to number 10. Read question 10. What does it say?
B
B varies inversely as what?
as 1.
H. B varies inversely as H.
Yeah.
And B is equal to 8
when H is equal to 5.
Is equal to 5. So, let's change it to an equation. B is K over H, Abby.
Yes.
So, 8 is K over 5. If you cross multiply, 1 times K will give you K. 5 times 8, 40. So, K is 40. Exactly.
Yes.
So, my relationship now. The relationship between B and H will be what?
B
is equal to 40 over H. Exactly.
Yes.
Let me box it in yellow. So I can go back now. What does the next question say? A says as what?
Find B when H is equal to 4.
Find B when H is 4. So B is what? 40 over H. That means B will be 40 over 4. B will be 10 when H is 4. Exactly.
Yes.
Number 10 continued.
Yeah.
10b. Find what? Find H. H question mark. When B is what? Find H when B is what?
1 over 4.
1 over 4. So, what do you write? B is 40 over H, Abby?
Yeah.
So, 1 over 4 is 40 over H. When you cross multiply, because B is 1 over 4, so you put 1 over 4 anywhere you have B in the equation.
Yes.
That takes you to 1 over 4 is equal to 40 over H. When you cross multiply, what will you get? H is equal to 4 times 40, and H will be 160.
Yes, sir.
That ends number 10. Number 11. Read question 11. What does it say?
Why is it
If P, no. Okay, Y is inversely proportional
X
to
and Y.
X. Okay,
X
Y is inversely proportional to X. Abi?
And
Y is equal to 4.
When X is equal to 1 all over 2.
Is equal to what? 1x is 1 over 2. Find X. Find X when Y is what?
When Y is equal to 10.
Is equal to 10. Same thing. It's the same thing. Y varies inversely. Y varies inversely as X. That will give you Y is equal to K over X, Abby.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So 4 will be equal to what? 4 will
4
be equal to K divided by 1 over 2.
Yes.
So 4 over 1 will be equal to 2 will go up and meet K. 4 over 1 will be equal to 2K over 1. We'll be doing this a lot of times here. 2 will go up to meet K. Only 1 will be left on the denominator side here. Is that clear?
Yes.
That's how we do fractions like this. So you cross multiply. 2K is equal to 4. K is equal to what? 4 over 2. And K is what? 2. So, what the next part says? It says, okay, now you can write your relationship. Your relationship will be Y is equal to 2 over X. Are you getting what I'm doing? Now that you have the value of K, just put it in the expression for relationship and you get Y is 2 over X. So we are looking for what? We want to find X when Y is 10. First thing, I'll write my relationship. Y is 2 over X. Abby?
Yes. Yes, sir.
You want to find X question mark when Y is 10. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you write 10 is equal to 2 over what? X. Since you know the value of Y here as 10, but you are looking for the corresponding value of X. So you write 10 for this. 10 is equal to 2 over X and cross multiply. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That gives you what? 10x. 10 times x, 10 times x, 10x. Abby?
Yes.
10 times x, 10x. 2 times 1, 2. 10x is 2. X is 2 over 10. That gives you x is 1 over 5. Is that clear?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Very good.